Hello to everyone. I am Professor Raja, working as Assistant Professor EC Department, SNS College of Technology and Autonomous Institution Coimbatore. In this YouTube video, I am going to detailedly explain the uses of I pattern and what are the various methods to rectify the I pattern in a zero noise level condition. So based on my YouTube video, you may know that what is in by I pattern and how the I pattern is displayed in a CRO, and the explanation of I pattern or interpretation of this diagram is discussed. Now I am going to discuss the what are the various outcomes of I pattern. So hereafter we assume that the ideal signal amplitude is scaled to occupy the range from -1 to +1 or 0 to 1. We then find that in the absence of channel noises, the I opening assumes two extreme values. One is an I opening of unity which correspond to 0 ISI, that is inter-symbol interference, and I opening is 0, that is fully closed I pattern. This second extreme case occurs when effect of ISI is severe enough from such upper traces in the I pattern to cross with its lower traces. It is indeed possible for the receiver to make decision errors even when the channel noise is free. Typically, an I opening is 0.5 or better is considered to yield a reliable data transmission. In a noisy environment, the extent of I opening at the optimum sample time provides a measure of the operating margin over additive channel noise. This measure, as illustrated in figure, is referred to as noise margin. From this discussion, it is apparent that the I opening plays an important role in accessing system performance. Hence, the need of a formal definition of the I opening. To end this, we offer a following definition. I opening is equal to 1 minus d peak, where d peak denotes the new criteria called the peak distortion. The point to be noted here is that peak distortion is a worst case criteria for accessing the effect of ISI or best performance of a data transmission system. The relationship between these two are discussed in later. To emphasize this statement, the two extreme values of I opening translate as follows: when a zero peak distortion, which occurs when the I opening is unity; unity peak distortion when I pattern is complexly closed. So this YouTube video I discussed what is in by I pattern and what are the important identification from this I pattern. The important identification from this I pattern are the interior region, the width of I opening, and when the I is openly at maximum, then the height of the I opening, then finally the sensitivity of the system. And based on this, we find that there are three important features of I pattern are best sampling time or optimum sampling time, zero crossing jitter, and the timing sensitivity. Based on this, there are two important criteria derived. One is opening of unity, which correspond to 0 ISI, I opening of 0, which corresponding to a completely closed I pattern. Then we find the I opening equation, that is 1 minus d peak, which denotes when this value is very small, then I opening will be higher. When d peak will be much higher, then I opening will be closed. So this zero peak distortion will occurs when the I opening is unity, that is whenever the data bit 1 comes and the sampling time period is properly in the name of Nyquist criteria. What is in by Nyquist criteria means Nyquist criteria will deliver the proper sampling time of any signal period, either it is a 0 or 1. The Nyquist criteria only provides a suitable sampling time of proper sampling. Then finally, when the peak distortion is unity, that is when this value is much higher, then based on our previous equation, that is our previous equation is I opening is equal to 1 minus d peak. So in this d peak, if the d peak is 0, then the I opening is 1, that is I will be openly at the maximum height. When this d peak is 1, that is unity, then 1 minus 1, which will be 0, then there is no I opening, that is I opening is 0. So there will be no transmission of display. So this figure shows the amplitude of taken as in y-axis and time axis in y-axis. So whenever the eye will be opened, so that time we can get a signal transmission with a good efficiency. Whenever the eye will be closed, that is both the upper part and the lower part will be touched in zero axis, then there is no data is transmitted. So for any signal transmission, we have to maintain a eye will be open as much as possible as the highest value. So thank you for watching my video. Next YouTube video I am going to discuss with the new topics. Thank you all.